Welcome back to the Inside Scoop. We've been talking about an iconic image, an image of a boy that we thought had been shot, hiding behind his father by the Israelis. Look, right now, the Israelis and the Palestinians are about to begin negotiations in Annapolis, Maryland. I hope they succeed. I hope that they indeed have a secure state for every people. This is not about the politics of it. What it's about is, as a journalist, how offended I am, and I hope you are, by staging events. You know, when there was an attack in Jenin, the Palestinians claimed that 5,000 people were killed. It was reported uncritically around the world. It later turned out that 56 were killed, and virtually all of them were terrorists who were shooting at soldiers, shooting at civilians. These were people with guns that were killed, not children. So I think the media has to be careful. And what we've seen in the video is all kinds of questions, at least in the Mohammed al-Dura affair, this iconic image. To me, one of the most powerful things was everyone shouting, "The boy is dead, the boy is dead," before the boy actually dies. Then there's the fact that if these were intentional shots by the Israelis, why are all those people in front standing there and cameramen behind who'd be risking their lives if this was an intentional massacre, including the cameramen right behind the father and the boy, and the others that are standing in front? What about the angle of the bullets? The fact that it is circular, in other words, indicating a shot from the Palestinian position rather than elliptical. Does that mean the Palestinians shot the boy? I don't know. I happen to think, having viewed the footage myself, that no one shot the boy. I happen to think, when you look at the fact that he's moving in the 3 seconds of clip that we have that wasn't shown on France 2 TV, that the Palestinians may have shot above his head, but the boy probably lives today. In any case, we know from even the Take Two sign, I don't know if you saw that in the footage, but here we have the cameraman. The cameraman showing number 2 as if he's going to take another shot of the footage. Why didn't he just continue? Why did he cover the lens and shake it at the exact moment when it appears the boy had been shot, particularly if the bullets weren't coming from behind him, but from the other side? These are questions that I hope we get an answer to, and I hope that this proceeding in the French courts will get an answer to. I think it's striking that the first judge, the French judge, didn't want to see any of the footage, declared that his reporter, Charles Onderland, this very professional French reporter, the Jerusalem bureau chief for France 2, the second station owned by the French government, this very official station, pictures published by the New York Times, he didn't even show up in court. His footage didn't show up in court, and he won his first lawsuit. Didn't have to show any footage. All because apparently the French judge was persuaded by a letter from the French president, who knew nothing about it, but said Charles Onderland is a good man. The appeals court, interestingly, just this week, has ordered all 27 minutes to be shown, and France 2 still can only comply with 18. What is in the missing 9 minutes? Well, let me show you some other footage that may give you an indication of what may be in that missing 9 minutes, and then I'll be sure when we finally get that 9 minutes to come back on the Inside Scoop and tell you what was there. I want to show you, though, a different clip, a clip taken on the same day by a different boy. This is a boy, I want you to notice, has a big red spot in the front of his forehead. He looks like he's been shot between the eyes, except that he's wandering around and he looks perfectly okay, except for the fact that he has the supposed blood spot in the middle of his forehead. Then I want you to watch as he falls down and his friends carry him to an ambulance, all in the hope that cameras will check out the scene. Let's watch that footage. There's the boy. He has what appears to be a Molotov cocktail. See, look, can you see between his eyes? He's got a red spot already. He doesn't look like he's been shot. There you go. He looks fine, right? Oh, his friends pick him up. They pick him up, and now they're going to carry him. Look, here comes the cameraman. It's, who is it? Talal Abu Rahmeh, the same cameraman in the France 2 shot. And he's filming this boy with this red splotch between the eyes as he's carried by his friend. Look at the back. Did you see that? France television. I'll show it again if you want. In fact, let me show it one more time. What you're going to see is that Talal Abu Rahmeh, France television is back, is filming this boy, who apparently has been shot. This boy with the Molotov cocktail, with a red bullet between his eyes, but why does he seem so well here? Why does he seem perfectly fine if he's just been shot between the eyes? His friends pick him up and carry him. The man in the gray shirt calls for a cameraman. One comes over, and now here comes Talal Abu Rahmed, the infamous prize-winning journalist who captured, there it is, France television, look at his back. And he's filming this boy with the red splotch between his eyes as they carry him to an ambulance. Now, if Talal Abu Rahmed is willing to film this boy as they carry him into an ambulance, might he have done the same sort of thing for Muhammad al-Dulal, this symbol of the resistance? Look, you see the boy smiling? Let me show you something else. Take a close look at that boy. Does he look familiar? I'm not sure, but could it be the same boy? Or is he just happy that his friend's been shot, even if it's not the same boy? The point is that there is a media campaign going on, and it's not all true. And I have no problem with legitimate presentations of violence. They need to be addressed, absolutely. But what else is going on here? As we close, I want to show some of how this clip has been used in the Arab press to justify even more violence.